we're going to be talking about an arms race, and what I can tell you is 22 won it. No, we're talking about the arms race. An arms race, and the definition of one which you need to know is the participation of two or more nations in apparently competitive increases in quantity or quality of war materials and or persons under arms. More or less, this is a bunch of people getting a bunch of bombs and weapons as quickly as possible. During the Cold War, this is going on between the United States of America and the USSR. So in order to understand what an arms race is, I'm going to give you this little diagram right here. We've got John. Now, John is an American. You can see that with the bald eagle on his shoulder. And over here, we have Ivan. Ivan is a Soviet, okay? These two men right through here going on. Now, as we know from history, John the American got the bomb before Ivan the Soviet would have gotten the bomb. However, John the American realizes that this gives him a lot more power over Ivan. Ivan does not like this, and quickly Ivan's going to realize that if he wants to be able to compete with John, he's going to also have to develop a bomb. So he does. Now, John the American realizes that Ivan the Soviet and him are now equal. Neither one of them has more power, and John the American does not like this. So he's going to go about and make more bombs. Now, at this time period, we see Ivan the Soviet realizing that his one bomb is no longer really going to do anything if it comes to John the American wanting to advance upon him. So what does Ivan the Soviet do? He gets more bombs. Now, he's got more bombs than John the American. As you can understand from this one, John the American's upset. John the American makes more bombs. Ivan the Soviet is going to be making more bombs, and this consistently keeps going on and on and on. Now, you can understand again why this might be problematic. If you have this many weapons, you're going to want to use them, and that can cause a number of conflicts, a number of wars. Those third world countries particularly are upset by this. First world, second world countries, they're like, bring it on, bring it on. As long as I have more, we're good to go. Now, who's the real loser in this situation? Mother Earth, because this has the power and the ability of completely destroying Earth. Now, I want to talk about duck and cover real fast. Duck and cover is American propaganda from the 1950s. I have that video linked in this playlist as well. We're going to be watching that in my classroom. If you're not in my class, though, I highly recommend you watch and understand duck and cover. Duck and cover is going to be used for a number of reasons, but the primary reason is to scare people away from the Soviets. Is said to provide safety from a nuclear blast. So the whole video, and when we watch this, you'll understand this, is if you see the flash, which is a nuclear bomb, you need to duck down and cover yourself in order to be protected. Now, this has some possibility of actually working. You have a better chance of surviving a nuclear blast if you're tucked down close to the ground behind a wall than you do if you're just standing up like, bring it on, bro, I can take this. You're probably going to die if you're doing that. So it does have a slight chance of actually saving your life. However, if you have a nuclear bomb going off, you're probably going to die. But the bigger thing this does is makes the Russians look like the bad guy, makes people scared of the Russians. Now, the Russians are going to be continuing with this arms race. They're going to develop this thing called Tsar Bomba. Tsar Bomba translates to King of the Bombs, okay? This is the biggest bomb ever made. It is 25 feet long, so roughly the length of my classroom, 60,000 pounds, which is a ton of weight. When they drop this bomb, there's a 50% chance of it not destroying the plane, meaning the pilot dropping this bomb has a 50% chance of getting blown out of the sky by this bomb. When they drop this bomb to test it, it can be seen from 640 miles away. Okay, just realize that, 640 miles away. That is a very long distance to be seeing an explosion happen from Tsar Bomba, which was the largest bomb ever dropped. They did develop a bomb twice this size, but they never actually dropped for obvious reasons. But just realize how big the bombs were getting at this time period and what this really goes to show about this arms race happening. Now, in order to have a little bit more fun right here, I'm going to show you, this is from the website Nuke Map. I highly recommend you go to here as well, play around for a little bit. I've got that that URL linked in the description right through here. This is what would happen if you were to drop the largest bomb ever developed. Okay, so not Tsar Bomba, the one that was twice the size of Tsar Bomba, directly over the courtyard of our school in Bahrain. You can see right through here, the fireball radius is going to destroy basically the northern third of the island. The air blast radius is going to destroy pretty much the entire country. The entire country of Bahrain, as well as part of Qatar and Saudi Arabia, are going to be destroyed in thermal radiation, meaning everyone inside that region is going to be getting third-degree burns. Right here, we can see this happening with Tsar Bomba, the largest bomb ever dropped. If it were to be dropped over the city of Berlin, Berlin we know caused some problems during the Cold War. Here's what would happen with that going on over the city of Berlin. The thing you see sliding away is going to be the radiation fallout going off into Poland. So if you're in that area, you're going to be out of luck if it were to go off over the city of Berlin. Also, you can see the estimated fatalities, 3 million people killed by this bomb going off over the city of Berlin, 775,430 injured in addition to the 3 million killed. Right through here, I've got this same bomb going off over New York City. You can see right through here, 7,633,000 are going to be killed, which is over half the population of New York City, with an additional 4 million injured. So roughly everyone in New York is either going to be killed or injured. You can see that radiation wave covering up through Connecticut into the state of Massachusetts, causing a ton of different problems. That is all for now. If you have any questions, concerns, please get a hold of me. Otherwise, good luck.